Hey, yo, what is going on, everybody? It is the King Hitman here, and as you can see, I'm not too ecstatic about this showcase because I'm very disappointed in its details, but we're going to show off STR Jiren for a couple of turns versus like a basic enemy, and then we're going to hop into that tournament participant section of his passive. Let's see what he has here. So right now, 286k defense, not even 300k defense. This man's getting 70% support. He has Cold Judgment up. I really don't like this guy, but I don't care about his defense right now, right? For obvious reasons. We'll worry about his defense later. We'll keep him. I want Kaioken Blue to come around, of course, which is rough because, okay, you know what? Actually, it could be worse. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. So yeah, let's talk about what Jiren does. I mean, 6 million to 7 million basically. Attack stat isn't the worst ever, especially he's missing a lot. But yeah, Jiren doesn't really impress me. He's easy. He doesn't have a 200% lead, by the way. If you're looking for a 200% lead, I was looking for a 200% lead, and it does not exist for him. Not quite yet, which makes me think we're going to get a Tournament of Power celebration for, I guess, New Year's. I mean, we're in the middle of a Tournament of Power theme right now on JP, so I don't know how soon it'll hit, but I've been asking for this Carnival UI Goku for a while. Now I'm just stuck on he's probably going to be a Dokkan Fest LR. Either or is fine. I mean, I don't really care, but I'm just waiting for the unit to hit, man. I don't know where it's at, but we'll get into it when we get into it. Like, I'll wait patiently for that one, but the future Gohan has me quelled for months. I ain't gonna complain about unit choices for a little while. Not the way I usually could. Now, Jiren gets 2 key, attack defense 200%, and has a 30% chance to stun every enemy on the enemy field at the start of turn. He gets super effective against every typing when facing only one enemy. He will reduce damage received by 30% when facing 2 or more enemies, which is not really... It's not that it's bad, it's that Super Battle Road, all of Jiren's SBR, because he's not on a plethora of categories, right? He's on, what, 6 teams? Yeah, he's on 6 categories. Jiren's the type of unit, all his SBR stages already dropped, so you're not really waiting. Where did I float Kaioken? Okay, I did. All right, I thought I made a mistake. I mean, shoot, I could keep you in the middle. No. I know Zamasu. Zamasu will wrap this phase up, and I don't need that right now. So yeah, Jiren, he's not on a plethora of teams. All of his Super Battle Road and Extreme Super Battle Road stages has already dropped. They're not waiting on Jiren to get like a new difficult content that we know of, right? It's not like we're waiting on... I mean, look at all of his... I guess Tournament Participant SBR will come out eventually, right? I don't think... Does Defenders of Justice have an extreme SBR stage? Maybe they do. Maybe they do. But yeah, the 2 or more enemies thing disgusts me. He gets 50% attack and defense with a high chance of stunning the enemy when he does his super attack. He performs a critical hit if the enemy is stunned, and he gets attack and defense 111%. Whenever, this is so crazy to me. But yeah, 111% when you're facing a Tournament of Power or a tournament participant category enemy. Right after this next turn, I think once I see him with Kaioken Blue a little bit, and then once I see him with a bit of support on those rotations, we can wrap that phase up and get right to seeing him at his max. I mean, if we're not going to fight a tournament participant, Jiren doesn't quite have a role. I'm going to be honest, like Jiren, it's not like he's pitiful. He's just so average and he doesn't have a 200% lead, and he's not really doing much for you besides... You know, his stunning doesn't have much use nowadays, right? His super effective is cool, but I wanted Jiren to be a tank. Like, I was fiending. Jiren had one of the most blank slates we've seen for an EZA in a very long time. Jiren pre-EZA, attack defense 130% with a medium chance to stun. He performs a crit on stunned enemies. You know what Jiren feels like to me? He feels like Tech Hit now. Like, he just feels like he's Tech Hit. I mean, think about it. He has multiple different stun abilities. He's all right. I don't love what Jiren's doing for us right now. Yeah, we'll keep him right here. I mean, he keeps going in slot 1. He'd rather be in slot 2. No matter what, you pretty much want Jiren in slot 2, but it's fine. Tournament of Power is, of course, up right now. I don't see... Like, what are we real? This is the last turn I'm showing with him and on this situation. We'll go fight a real enemy in a moment, but there's not like mad, you know, tournament enemies to fight in difficult content right now. That what's running the game is movie bosses, Omega Shenron or Sin Shenron, Future Saga, and I get, depending, yeah, just Future Saga. That's tough, man. We'll be right back. Let's see what we can do with Jiren. I'm gonna stop being a sourpuss. Let's see what we got for Jiren. Okay, this is fair game. I mean, now we're fighting. I didn't think about Bojack. He is on that category, and then as soon as I saw him in the red zone screen, I was like, oh yeah, Bojack. So tournament participants does include the Bojack, you know, family, the gang. So this is a good situation to stress test Jiren. Let's see what we've got here. So 318k defense. That's without Cold Judgment. With Cold Judgment, 400k. Okay, now we're talking. 400k defense when he has a tournament participant enemy with Cold Judgment active and, you know, 70% defensive support. Let's see what we've got. We'll start off, I guess, just attacking Beto. I mean, who cares? It doesn't really matter. 3 attack links are up right now. We do like this. We do like the Gaiken Blue Goku is fiending for this new UI Goku I was referring to a moment ago. He just would love that unit. 9.6 million. Super effective. No, he's not super effective because we're not fighting one enemy. I'm a liar. So right now, I mean, he did his crit. The greatly lowering defense doesn't matter in the slightest. He's only doing 1 attack though, so his damage on that turn isn't going to be impressive, but his defense is fairly, I mean, we're talking Jiren, you 50%. I would think Jiren's at like 800k defense, maybe 900k right there. He might be, let's say he's in the ballpark of 900k. Matter of fact, nah, he's got to be higher than, he's over 1 million right there. Let me do the math real quick. Yeah, Jiren right there he's in that ballpark of 900k, like just a general idea of 900k. I don't think that that's bad at all when you have 30% mitigation. I can appreciate that. It's the conditions behind it all that stresses us out. I don't know why they keep dropping these conditional units. The game was not like this back in the day. I don't know. They are completely abusing the category mechanic. Like, the game was not like this way back when. Now, it's been like this for a long time, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. And I definitely don't appreciate or green light it. But it is what it is, I suppose. I mean, shoot. 300k defense. We're just not talking numbers when we look at them like this. It's just not it. But we'll be finishing. Which one? This is Bujin. We'll finish Bujin off right here. I'll do a couple more turns of Jiren. I feel like this is a fair showcase. Remember, the support memory is active. This is Jiren. This is him when he's peaking, right? The Zeno support memory is up. Support is up because that's why we bought Whis, of course. 3 links active. I guess we got like tournament of participant. I gotta start differentiating tournament of power and tournament participant. I hope they change the name on global so slightly so that I don't get confused as often as I have been lately. But yeah, it's all right. I mean, I was hoping Jiren would be a Stonewall unit. I didn't care what role Jiren served on any team as long as he was a guaranteed Stonewall unit. Think like, I want to say the early turns of, you know, Power Awakening Piccolo, but maybe that's not quite fair. Think like in Future Gohan when his base form, his damage mitigation is up and he has a Trunks on the turn. We're talking a unit that guard, damage reduction, greatly raising defense. He has these support links, defensive links. He has his support. He does so much for his team besides damage, but that's not quite where they went in the direction of with this Jiren. He's more balanced than anything. And then he's still balanced when he's fighting a tournament participant, but it's not. Come on, man. Let's be honest, man. Is Jiren really hitting for y'all? Like, where do y'all see Jiren hitting right now? Because he's not on the 200%. I'm trying to compensate by using the support memory, but I would have been using it anyway. So maybe, I gotta see what his future holds. That's really all I can tell you. Because the last time we always see these units where it's like when fighting 2 or more enemies, or when fighting X category enemies, or when getting hit, 15 times in one fight. You would think, oh, that means they're dropping content that's gonna be associated with a mechanic like that. That way you can use this unit and they'll be really good in there and they'll have their role. And it's like, you're kind of gambling there. You're really taking a risk. Like, it doesn't really work out that way more often than not. So it's more of a gamble to assume that the unit will have value in a couple of months. And I want to assess a unit off their potential, but if it's not a lock, then what are we talking about, right? I feel like that's fair to say. So yeah, we'll We'll have one more turn of Jiren. Let me skip this turn for you guys, and then consider liking the video if you did enjoy this showcase. Of course, we got more on the way to, well, today, I guess, whenever you're watching this, right? But we have more showcases on the way for the rest of this batch, because it's Jiren, Bodamagetta, Frost, the Tech, Broly, and Trunks, who I'm very excited for. Their TUR state, and then, who am I forgetting? Champa, whatever. Alright, cool. One last code. Please don't tell me they're locked. Oh my gosh. Sensubin! Go ahead and pop one. Let's see. 393 again, of course. Jiren, also, one thing to value about Jiren is he is on turn 1 who he is on turn 9. Like, Jiren's not going to change. I need to make sure I factor that into my mindset. I wish I used a scouter last turn so I could see where the super attack was going to be. I'm going to put Jiren there. I mean, whatever. I don't care about his defense right now. We're in a showcase environment. By the way, I know I bought him into the Bojack event, and I was kind of excited because it is a red zone that I can take advantage of him in. But look at how much damage he's taking, and look at how outdated this fight really is. This is what I mean when this isn't what runs the game anymore. But don't forget, he is critical hitting right there. I have to give him the damage up, so that if he don't... I'm trying not to laugh at him, I'm sorry. But if he does, it's not that he's I really do not think he's trash. I think he's in the middle of a pack. Like, I think his potential is an upper, 6 or 7 TUR, but right now he doesn't fit anywhere on that top 10 list because he doesn't have a purpose. He doesn't have a 200% lead. He doesn't clearly, dominate any section of content. I'm very unimpressed with the way Jiren, Jiren didn't have to be dropped now. If they were going to drop Jiren and give him no role, part of this issue, by the way, is not on Jiren. It's on the Tournament of Power androids. The Tournament of Power androids, them not giving a 200% lead to basically every Tournament of Power unit is very dumb to me. I don't know why they didn't do that. It frustrates me, but shoot, like I said, Tournament of Power could certainly be on the way. But Jiren is okay. I don't have some huge overwhelming, I'm not like, oh, Jiren's fire or he's trash. He's just mid. He's in the middle, and some units, they gotta be the bar. They gotta be the standard to be surpassed. So that's all right. Young Hitman is off this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.